Today on Country Pocket, we're here with Rett Madison. Her fantastic new album is One for Jackie. Rhett, I know this is going to be a heavy conversation, but how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm just excited to chat about the album, and I appreciate you wanting to talk about it.
So, start off by telling me a little bit about Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie is my mom. She was a person with incredible music taste. A lot of the music that I love now as an adult is the music that my mom raised me on. She always was somebody who kind of had like a diva style. She always had like big black sunglasses on. She wore a lot of leopard print, a lot of bling, and would chain smoke Marlboro Reds if I could give like a quick image of my mother. But yeah, she was a beautiful person, um, had one hell of a sense of humor, and I miss her very much.
Yeah, I don't know if you mentioned it on the album, but I got the distinct impression that she was going to be funny.
Yeah, yeah, she is, and she was very, very funny.
Um, what happened to end her life?
My mom passed by suicide in 2019.
So you put out this album. Um, well, why don't you explain it?
Yeah, after I lost my mom, as you can imagine, it was a really complicated grieving process when losing somebody who passes by suicide. My mom had struggled for a long time, with addiction, with mental illness, and a lot. I think honestly, some PTSD from some trauma that she had survived in her lifetime. Um, And so going through the grieving process, I really leaned into songwriting because it's always been a very therapeutic outlet for me and a very one of the most instinctive ways that I've always like processed my emotions and my feelings. And as you can imagine, losing your mother in that way, I had a lot of feelings to work through. Um, and so after a couple of years of writing about losing her, I kind of zoomed out and realized that I had a collection of songs that would make an album. And so I recorded it, and it's called One for Jackie.
So you quite visibly do not share your mother's sense of style. Um,
Today.
I feel like the the image in all this that caught me the most was you going through a flea market and finding what you would consider a hideous shirt and thinking about buying it and wearing it just because she probably would have enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah, that's from a song called Flea Market, and yeah, that was truly my honest response in the moment. Happened to see a leopard print shirt that wasn't my personal taste, but I was quite sad in the moment because my first thought was wishing I could buy it for my mom. Um, and yeah, that's kind of the origin of that song, Flea Market.
What is it like to get little visits like that from your mother, so to speak?
Yeah, like remembering her in those moments.
Yeah, I have a relative who will always say that my grandmother is visiting her through the appearance of a cardinal, which was her favorite bird. So I feel like what happened there was, in a way, your mother said hi at that flea market.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in signs. I find them to be really comforting, and for my mom, I'm often reminded of her and kind of feel like, like we're saying, leopard print feels like a nod from her, butterflies, some of our favorite songs, and yeah, I'm really into signs. I feel like they've brought me a lot of comfort over the years that I've lost my mom.
Uh, Taking a slightly darker turn,
Mhm.
let's chat about the title track, which is just a powerful image. Why don't you tell me about your grandfather?
My who?
Grandfather.
Oh Oh, grandfather. Oh, that song. It's not about him.
Oh,
Um, yeah, it's a song. It's called "One for Jackie, One for Crystal," and it is about a man who did abuse my mom, and probably got away with it when she was a little girl. I found out that she was a survivor of, unfortunately, childhood sexual abuse. After she passed, found that information in some of her medical records that I obtained. But it wasn't my grandfather, and I won't, really disclose who I suspect it to be, but I just usually like to say it is about a man that did abuse my mom, but it is about that, um, you know, uh, childhood sexual abuse. And it's a rage fantasy, in which I murder that man. I go back in time and murder him. So yeah, that's fun.
time traveling murder. Um, what goes into your mind when you're considering putting out this album with such deep traumatic family secrets and that really uh piercing display of anger on your part?
Yeah, I mean, I I think after I unearthed that information, about my mom and about her past, um, I felt a lot of pain for her. I felt a lot more compassion for her and the struggles that she went through. Even just raising me, and I think less about maybe my extended family when I write those songs and I put them out. I'm thinking more of giving a voice to my mom's truth and her story. And I solely sing that song, largely because I don't want my mom to be silenced. Even though she's no longer here with us presently on Earth, I still find it important to, you know, break the silence and speak about what she went through and sing about what she went through. And Yeah, I think I'm probably rambling a little bit, but the focus is just mostly on, for me at least, even though I had my own rage about finding out that information, it's also just about, yeah, giving power to my mom through me performing those songs now and speaking candidly about what she went through.
We're gonna hear One for Jackie, One for Crystal, and we'll be right back.